In Battersea, in the last 12 months alone, there have been 543 cases of violent and sexual offences.
Across London, knife crime has leapt by a sixth amid a surge in violent robberies and sex attacks.
This is Carney's Community Boxing Club in Battersea, and this is an example of an AIPFF-supported project.
Some organisations and local authorities do, which is you might have 99 reasons why you should work with someone, but they focus on the one reason why they shouldn't. If we can find one reason as opposed to the 99 reasons why you shouldn't engage them, we'll do that. When you look at the background of the young people we're working with, they come from a variety. We have some that come from a really nice background because we're open to all, but I think where we're different is that we actively target some of those from the most challenging and disadvantaged backgrounds. That means people who have been involved in offending and the criminal justice system, people with special educational needs, physical disabilities, people that have been growing up in poverty, young people that have been through adverse childhood experiences and various traumas. So quite often the young people that we've got coming down here are the ones that are excluded or feel excluded from every other area in life. We offer the participants that come down to Carney's loads of different activities, but the two core ones revolve around the boxing fitness sessions and the key work support. Alongside those, we have mentoring, which happens within the sessions. We run a youth club, we feed all of the young people that come down here. But for us, really, the core activities are the boxing sessions and the one-to-one support that we provide. Mental health is a massive factor for a lot of our participants and ourselves and staff, and I think society as a whole, we're starting to recognise that, and we try and deal with it in a variety of different ways. We do have access to counsellors that can provide one-to-one counselling for some of our participants, but I think just the use of sport is probably one of the things that has the biggest impact. So helping these young people and our participants who come down here set themselves some targets that they're able to achieve, get themselves involved with physical activity, which sets off positive endorphins in your mind and makes you feel good about yourself. And I think most importantly, feeling like they're a part of something and there's a community that they belong to. The boxing side is actually just a small part of it that we use to attract people, but there's so much other support that goes alongside it.
I like coming to Carney's because I like doing fitness and boxing and meeting people that are different to me, so I can understand myself a little bit better. It helped too with my coming out of my comfort zone, because I have like coaches and like obviously you get me to do things I normally wouldn't do, and it helped with my anger and I open up to people more. When I'm in like Carney's, like I can be myself around people. Like I'm at my happiest. Well, one day I want to become a champion, obviously, but before I become a champion, I want to enter the Olympics. So that's my main goal right now.
What, 1 or 2% of youth out there that are causing 80 to 90% worth of the costs on society, there should be funding available specifically for those young people. Those are the ones that we really need to get into. If you can change their lives, it's going to have a huge impact on the whole of society. A participant who, we got a phone call from St George's Hospital, participant who'd been stabbed 3 times, which is not out of the ordinary for us. We've also had a young person that we've worked with for a number of years who was shot 2 years ago, who we've now managed to access counselling support for. And that's the kind of situation that we're dealing with. I think quite often people don't know about these things that go on. It's kind of under the radar, but these are the things that are regularly happening for us. It's not an out of the ordinary incident. We've sadly lost numerous young people to knife and gun crime. I think things are starting to get a little bit better for the participants that we're working with, but there's still a long way to go, and I think AIPFF have been a huge help to Carney's. We've had funding to support the boxing fitness sessions that we run. Quite often those boxing sessions are the first point of contact when they come to us, so it's essential for us to get this sort of funding. It makes a huge difference. It allows us to start the work that we're doing with these young people, but it also allows us to be the end point for the work we do with these young people, because so many of them go on to work for us, become personal trainers, go out and get a job in the other areas of the sports industry. So it has a huge effect. I mean, we had one young person that we were speaking to fairly recently, and he was asked what's different about Carney's, and he said, what's different about Carney's is when I go down there, I feel like I'm important and I feel like I'm helpful and useful, because there's always stuff for me to do. And I think it's so important to give that responsibility to people so that they can start to appreciate what they are able to achieve.